What it is! Welcome back to the channel. It's Retro Neo here again with another video. And I've been out and about Goodwills and a couple of retro shops, and I found some amazing finds this week. A couple of consoles that I needed for the collection. One I didn't really need, but one that I picked up anyway because it was bundled up and it had some decent games. And then something I definitely needed for the collection, and then a rare find that I wasn't expecting. So check this video out and let me know what you think. Check it out. Yes, sir. Goodwill with the hookup this time. We are cooking right now. We are cooking. Check it out. Picked up an NES for 85 bucks, and it came with golf and iron sword. So that's really good. And here, let's just go ahead and take a look here. So boom, we got it shrink wrapped in here. Iron sword, golf, and then we got a big boy PS2, the fat PS2 with arena football. Looks like a jam pack in NFL Street 3, and it's got the network adapter on there. And unfortunately, the controller was a PS3 controller, but I'm gonna take this home. We'll do a thorough look after I clean them up, and we'll show it that way. Cool. Check it back at the house.
Well, look at that. Everything's unboxed from Goodwill. I have cleaned everything up. A lot of this, especially the PlayStation controllers, were really nasty. Removed all the little sticker gunk off of there. The PS2 works flawlessly. And the Nintendo I have not tested. I have 2 Nintendos already. You don't see NESs at Goodwill very often, so I kind of just bought it just because it was $80 for the NES with a controller. Unfortunately, the connections that came with it were not the Nintendo connections, but I already have some extras. Iron Sword, the cart's really clean on this one. The sticker label's good, clean, looks good. Connections look good on here, so there's that one. I'm gonna keep that because actually I'm gonna keep both of these. I have a tendency to pick up carts and then I try to piece together a manual and box because I like CIB. And then golf, you can't go wrong with golf. I just love golf games. I mean, this isn't necessarily a very good one, but it's a black label, and I'm pretty sure I can find a decent copy of a black label box for that. And then of course the inside looks good, and then the controller's in really good shape. And then also a couple of things that we found. Assassin's Creed, you see this very often at Goodwills. I mean, it's pretty cheap. I've bought and sold so many of these at this point, but you know, I recently sold my PS3 collection, so, and then I turned right back around and started collecting again like a dummy. So, and then VHS, I'm on this kick to collect martial arts films on VHS, so I don't want to pay like market price or anything like that. So if I find them at Goodwill, I pick them up. And then for the PlayStation 2, the big highlight was NFL Street 3 with Big Chad on the front, and then the jam-packed demo disc that is complete. And then Arena Football was empty, but when I tested the PS2, it was inside, so good to go there. And then it came with connections for the PS2, and that does work, and I did hook it up to the CRT. And then 2 PS2 controllers here, which I recently cleaned, and these things were nasty. Oh my god, they were nasty. Dirty dirt all in the crevices, so I cleaned those out, scrubbed those out really good, and Clorox wiped it down. And then really weird, there was a PS3 controller in here as well, so the thumbstick is a little ratted out, but other than that, it is clean now and good to go. And with the PS2, I'm keeping this. I do have a slim version in the box, but I have been looking for a fat PS2, so this one's going to be my main one for playing my PS2 games, so super happy about that. And then the NES, I might do something special with this one. I've been looking for an NES door for my original NES, the one that my mom bought me, because the door is missing over years of playing as a kid. So I don't know, maybe I'll replace it with this door and then do something else with this one. But I will test this later on to see if it works, and if it does, then okay. Pretty cool little pickups from the Goodwilly Wills. Happy to have these, and on to the next.
All right, Goodwill for the win. We got some good stuff, a couple of Xbox games. I think we're gonna be going to another store here. We're gonna check it out. More platinum hits for the collection. And look at that, ladies and gents, Neo Geo. So we had all those pickups today. The Metal Slug first mission on Neo Geo Pocket Color. Super excited to have that in the collection, and I'm, man, amazed that I was able to find that game with the box and the manual and the game working in pristine condition. So shout out to CGX. I love going to that store. It's always a good time when I go and visit that store. So if you're in the Dallas, Denton area and you happen to see CGX in the mall, stop in, check them out. They've got some great games, great prices. Definitely an awesome retro store if you're from out of town to visit, just to look at the aesthetics of the store, see some old school boxes, a lot of classic games. Definitely a good time. And Goodwill, I was able to find the fat PS2 with the network adapter, 3 controllers, which I was surprised. At first I didn't think I had 2 other controllers in there. It was shrink wrapped so well and blended in, but we ended up having 2 PS2 controllers, 1 PS3 controller, a couple of games, and a couple of memory cards, and then of course we ended up having the classic NES console for the collection. I've already got one, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually send this off to get custom designed so I can have something on display in the game room, because let's be honest here, we don't really find Nintendo consoles in Goodwill, and the reason why I bought it was really just as a showcase to say, hey, going out game hunting, yes, day in, day out, we go, we may hit a thrift store, we may hit a Goodwill, and we don't find anything. And the opportunities that we have are slim, especially if we live in areas where there's other collectors, where they're looking for this same kind of stuff. So I had to jump on it when I had the chance, and I'm definitely glad to have this in the collection. So if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button and be on the lookout. I've got some awesome things coming in for this month of August, and you have got to tune in. So in the next couple of weeks, you're gonna see some great things. We're gonna have a Games and Barbecue episode later on this month. I'm not gonna tell you what we're barbecuing, and I'm not gonna tell you what we're gaming on, but for sure, be on the lookout for that. And as always, collect and play the way that you wanna collect and play, and I'll see you next time. Peace.